The Little Match Girl. On Christmas Eve, a little girl named Maria was selling matches alone on the streets. Maria's mother had passed away early, leaving behind her father, who was fond of drinking, and Maria herself in extreme poverty. It was a cold night, with snowflakes falling gently over the town. Maria stood on the street, wearing only a tattered coat, and holding a bundle of matches. She was freezing but couldn't go home because her father had said she had to sell all the matches before returning.
Matches for sale. Buy a match.
Maria called out in a weak voice. People hurried past her, occasionally stopping to buy some matches, but most of the time, they didn't notice her presence. The biting cold wind made Maria's fingers icy and stiff. Suddenly, a gust of cold wind blew, making Maria feel even chillier. She felt helpless and desperate, her tiny figure seemingly merging with the cold world around her.
Matches for sale? Sir, madam, anyone interested in buying matches?
A faint voice, the voice of a little girl, softly called out by the roadside. The weather is so cold, and it's still snowing. Perhaps in the cold weather, thick coats, scarves, and hats cover the ears of passers-by. Perhaps in winter, the chilly winds, the white snow, and the drizzle all blow away, obscuring the faint voice of the little girl. The peaceful bell rings as people sing on Christmas Eve. On this day, no matter where people are, they find a way to rush back home to gather together. Passing the houses along the street, Maria peeks through the windows to see warm lights illuminating cozy interiors and tables adorned with lavish feasts. She can even hear the laughter of happiness, filling her with envy. As the night deepens, the streets become deserted, and no one comes to buy matches anymore. Using her almost frozen hands, Maria lights a match to warm herself.
Wow! What a bright flame, so beautiful.
The little girl stares at it, reluctant to blow it out.
Let's burn one more.
She thinks to herself and casually strikes another match. Match after match, Maria savors the faint and fleeting light they produce. Maria lights another match, but this time, something different happens. She is amazed to see a lavish Christmas feast in the flames. How delicious it looks! But suddenly, the flame disappears. Deciding to strike another match, Maria is greeted with a grand Christmas tree surrounded by numerous gifts. Excitedly, Maria remembered it had been a long since she received a Christmas present, but again, the flame vanished. With only one match left, Maria decides to light it. In its glow, she sees her grandmother, tears welling at the sight of her dearly missed grandmother, smiling warmly and waving at her.
Grandma! Grandma! I miss you so much. Grandma, please don't leave me alone here, okay?
The little girl feels her grandmother's hand holding hers. It is warm. Finally, she can live with her grandmother. The little girl thinks happily. Finally, she can spend Christmas Eve with her family, which is blissful. Maria's heart is full of hope. She looks forward to reuniting with her grandmother and spending happy times together. However, she is too exhausted. In the dim light of the matches, Maria unknowingly closes her eyes and drifts into a beautiful dream. The next day, a group gathers at the street corner, discussing various matters. What happened? It turns out it's about the little girl selling matches on the street yesterday. Beside her are the burnt-out matches, and the girl is asleep, sleeping deeply. However, she cannot be awakened. But there is a smile on the girl's face. Perhaps she is having a beautiful dream, possibly dreaming of enjoying a Christmas feast with her grandmother.